Okay. So, thank you for your comments. Actually, people tend to overestimate their abilities when it comes to understanding people. If you ask everyone, are you emotionally intelligent? Are you emotionally aware? Do you know how to read people? Do you know how to discuss to or to connect with people? Most people they say yes. We tend to see ourselves from a positive light, which is good in some aspect, but sometimes it's going to harm your ability to see the situation as it is. Why? Because we tend to project what we feel inside into other people. And if you are not aware of your judgment, whether it is coming from a real evaluation of the situation or it is just something that you are projecting yourself into other people, you are going to miss understanding many, many, many people. That's why I had asked this question a while ago. Do you know how to read and understand people perfectly? And out of 429 people who voted this, said yes, I need help, or only to some extent. So 49 people they say yes, I can understand uh, to some extent, which is I think is fair. But 34% people who say yes, I do understand people perfectly. And for everyone, it needs time for you to understand whether you are reading people perfectly or you are just throwing judgment here and there and trying to say that I know everyone and I can understand everything. That's why being emotionally intelligent is a skill that needs time to be developed within yourself. So, as usual, I'm going to start with a quick introduction and then we can proceed to the core of this webinar. First of all, I ask this question, why do many people struggle to read and understand other people? Any quick answer here? Why you struggle to understand people? Sometimes because you don't understand yourself, you don't know. Sometimes because you are intimidated by the person that you are talking to. That's why you are living in a la world that we say. Like for example, when you are in a relationship and you meet someone that you are really attracted to, you cannot see the person as they are. You see them as what you want them to be. It's like we call it infatuation stage. So the many people they struggle to understand or read people because first they don't know what to look for. Second, they don't understand themselves at all. Three, they are intimidated by the position, by the status, or attraction. These are the main reasons why people struggle to understand people, other people. So why you want to understand their intentions? Do you need to understand people intentions and behaviors or it is something that is beyond your I mean you should not care about them. Jennifer mentioned I have to understand people intentions and behaviors because I have to decide whether I should continue with them or I should leave. Many people they are clueless. They put themselves in a position where someone is taking advantage of them and it is just a matter of time for them to realize they are in the bad position, in the bad relationship, in the bad job, in the bad environment. How many times you tell yourself, I knew it. My intuition was telling me to do one, two, three, four, but I don't know why and somehow I ignore it. And there is a famous statement that say ignoring the signs is the best way to end up in the wrong destination. Like if you are driving and you don't know the signs in the street, what does what do they mean? And you are just driving fast, you don't care, you don't pay attention, you are going to be in a bad position because you might miss the road that you want to go. Three, How to read and understand people but avoid being judgmental. This is the very important point. How do you know you are not being judgmental? Most people, they will judge. They will judge based on how they feel about themselves. They will take one incident and then they will judge it is the whole picture. If you see part of the picture, you cannot say I saw the whole picture. Part of the picture will not reveal the whole picture. That's why it, as I said earlier, takes time for you to understand uh, yourself and understand or being able to be emotionally intelligent the right way. So, as I said, we tend to project what we feel on the inside into other people. Like you judge them based on your behaviors, on your knowledge, and your intentions. If you are good, you might think all people they want good. If you are not, you might think also in the dark side of people that you meet. We don't see things as they are, we see them as we are. You go outside in the early morning and you are happy. You see this, you are living in a beautiful world. You go, you are angry, you see the life is very dark and life is bad and I don't need to continue my life. I want to kill myself. And why? Because you feel life is, the world is the same. There is good and bad everywhere you go. But how you feel in the moment is going to make you feel or judge or understand people accordingly. Due to fear, jealousy, insecurity, hate, and social media influence. So you will not see things, people, as they are. You will see them as you are. And what are the sources of the information that you are taking information from? Either from internal feeling or external feeling, which is media and so on. Because, for example, if the media presented someone as a hero, and everywhere you go, you will see the campaigns is telling you he is a hero or she is a hero. You cannot help to see that person the way they are presenting to it. That's why you should not be affected by external influences to decide whether the person that you are talking to or you are meeting, they are good or not. So insecurity, even insecurity, because there is a saying that say haters, they don't hate you, they hate themselves. Every time you see someone who is hating someone, oftentimes not because that person deserves the hate, it's because of the insecurity. We tend to hate successful people because we want to be successful, but we are not able to do it as they are, as they we cannot achieve what they have achieved, then we feel jealous, then we feel insecure because we are comparing ourselves with them. Insecurity causes people to feel fearful, jealous, and even lead them to hate people they don't even know. So, as I said, it's important to read people because that way you will be able to decide who you should associate yourself with. And as you said in sales or uh, people, they don't buy product, they buy emotions. We tend to make decisions based on our emotion, then we use logic and reason to justify. And this is the importance of emotional intelligence. You should know what is behind your emotion. Is it something happening to you or it is a real thing happening on the outside? Because the way you feel, it's going to influence how you are going to react, and also it's going to influence your own decisions. Most people, they don't buy a product, they buy emotion. The moment you isolate your emotions and you keep them in the side and you say, you know what, let me look to the things logically, Let me try to understand the situation as it is. That moment, you might see the situation as it is. Like, let me give you an example. If you are in a relationship, the first weeks, month of the relationship, people they are in love with each other. Why? Because emotionally they are focusing on what they like in each other. After some time, people they tend to see others as they are. Now you are in a stable mode. And then once you want to, when you want to leave the relationship and go far away from that one, you start to focus on what you like in that person because you want to make your moving on journey easier. You want to you want to move on easier by focusing on the negative side of the person that you are in a relationship with. Why? Because your emotions is going to play a huge part on your decisions. So being able to read between the lines, understanding your human behaviors, human nature, understanding yourself is going to help you, sorry, is going to help you decide wisely based on a clarity, not based on just a quick emotion. That's why before accepting any job, before getting into any relationship, you have to be aware of yourself and where you are as well. So that's why coaching, let me ask you, what is the fundamental uh, principle of the coaching? What is the difference between coaching and mentoring and therapist and other self-help that people they are offering? There is something in coaching. It's a core of it's the core fundamental of coaching. Coaching is built based on the ability to create. No, it's not teaching. Coaching is about helping you understand your situation, understand your life, understand your desires, understand what you want, why you want it. All of that without an external opinion. You come to me, I don't know whether I should divorce my husband or not, my wife or not. So if you ask anyone, everyone is going to give you an opinion. But the right way for you to get the right help is to ask yourself why I want the divorce. To go deep down inside yourself to know exactly the main reasons, and then you should decide by yourself whether you want to continue the relationship or end the relationship. That's why in coaching sessions, the coach is not allowed to give you his opinion. He is just a facilitator. He is going to facilitate a good environment for you so that you can think wisely after removing the confusion. I remove the confusion, you see the situation as it is, and then you can proceed whether you want A or B. It's about because anyone in the middle of emotional situation, you cannot think wisely because you are influenced by your fears, your emotions, your desires, your social influence from here or there. That's why you cannot decide. And you sit with anyone, everyone is going to tell you different opinion. So the best way for them to help you is to give you to create an environment for you so you can sit, be content, be present with your emotions, and realize what is behind your fear, what is behind your emotions. And I have many stories I have done with many people. I can share with you that initially they thought it's because of this, and after the session they realized no, it's because of something else. Because no one in the world can understand you better than understanding yourself. Even if you sit with me for years, few things or part of things you will not tell me about, either because you think they are not important, or you feel shy to share them with anyone, and you keep them at the side. That's why you might hide the reality. But if I put you in a place where you are present with yourself, you cannot run from yourself. You cannot hide. So, coaching, the basic role for professional coach is to create the perfect environment for the client so that they can express what they feel, think, and want, so they can increase their awareness of themselves, their situation, and life. So, as we discussed before, the core principle of emotional intelligence, we have 4 competencies. Anyone knows the 4 competencies of emotional intelligence? We discussed them several times. What are the 4 competencies of emotional intelligence? Sometimes they say 5, but mainly they are 4. The first one, we call it self-awareness. The main competence is self-awareness, and then self-management, then social awareness, and the fourth one, social management. So in order for you to understand people, you have to start with self-awareness. You have to be aware of yourself, of your emotions, of your intentions. Once you are able to read yourself perfectly, and then you move to being able to manage your emotions. Now you are strong. Now, at that stage, you can jump and start to analyze people perfectly by observing people behavior, social awareness, by being able to read people, body language, by being able to understand their words, the tone of voice, their actions, and other things. And then once you are socially aware, you can start managing people uh, the right way. Without the first 2, you cannot be emotionally intelligent with people, because you are not mastering yourself. That's why there is a famous quote that says, mastering others is strength, mastering yourself is the true power. Because if you are in charge of your actions, of your emotions, you know who you are strong, you are calm, relaxed, no one in the world can shake you. Because if someone insulted you, you will not be reacting negatively, because you know this person who is insulting me, he is projecting what they feel in the moment. I'm not gonna take it personally. They are it's not about me, it's about them. Then you will be filtering, and then you will be having the guard to prevent their negativity from attacking you. And then once you are in control, you say, you know what, I really feel sorry for this person, because maybe they have hard time. Maybe they were not raised in the right way. Maybe. Let me see how I can help them become in a better mood. Now you go, instead of reacting, you are responding by choosing the right action for you, so that you can handle the situation the right way. So, in order for you to be emotionally intelligent, you have to master these 4 competencies: self-aware, self-management, social awareness, social management. This way, you can avoid being judgmental. This way, you can start creating a healthy environment and relationships with you, because you are filtering the right way. So educating the mind without educating the heart is not education. And the quality of our life is the quality of where you live emotionally. Ask yourself when you are by yourself what type of ideas, emotions, things are running in your head. Then you can decide whether you are, you can decide or evaluate the quality of your emotions. So that's why this question, I think it's clear now. Is it possible for you to understand people if you are not able to understand yourself? What do you think?
It's definitely, first of all, I just want to say thank you for inviting me to this podcast.
You are welcome.
And I think that there is no way you can understand others if you don't understand yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And the tricky part is you have to be so real with yourself and so realistic with yourself. You're good, you're bad, and you're ugly. Because this way, if you're real with yourself, it gets rid of all of the, I don't know, all the messiness that comes along with judging others. Um, so yeah, my answer, you can't understand someone if you don't understand yourself.
Good, good. Thank you, thank you. And Jennifer agrees with you as well. She said no. What? Anyone else? Before I proceed. Okay. That's why this is proof that my point. You have to be aware of your self so that you can be aware of people. You cannot help anyone if you are not helping yourself. So before starting understanding yourself, understanding people, let's say life is a reflection of what we allow ourselves to see, think, and feel. As I said earlier, it's about you. You wake up in the morning, it's up to you what you want to feel by allowing the emotions that are, I mean, you want to feel happy, angry, you allow which window that you are going to open. So the way we choose to see the world create the world we see. That's why self-awareness is not self-judgment. It is feeling, seeing, and discovering who we really are and our true potential. That's why it's a journey to ourselves is the best journey we will ever go. In order for you to be emotionally intelligent, in order for you to be emotionally intelligent and aware, you have to take time to understand yourself. Otherwise, you are going to be judging people from, I mean, right and left without taking the time to understand it is just because you feel that way or the reality as it is. And I have, different story and different examples. I can share them if there is a time while we go through the webinar. That's why awareness is like the sun. When it shines on things, they are transformed. That's why the last point here, raising your awareness about yourself, about people around you, is the first step toward any change. Sit by yourself and watch people. Just free yourself from judging people. Try to understand them. Try to accept them as they are and see what you are going to notice. It's like an exercise that you have to do in a daily basis, until you reach to a stage where you are going to feel sorry for most people you encounter because I do believe no one is purely an evil or a bad person. Everyone is, we are a product of what we are going through. Someone, I mean, was going through hard time. He was shaped, she was shaped in a certain way. Now I can see she is a set of emotions. She was married, she has divorced, she has kids. No, she's a single mom. She is seeing life different than someone else who has been through different route. Once you understand this, you will be able to connect and understand people in a good level. So, second step, the first step, raise your awareness so that you can get rid of judgment. Second thing, adopt flexible mindset. Most of us are stubborn. Fact of life, and I showed you earlier the question that I was asking and the results of that one. We think our way is the best way. We think we know everything. We think we have the right experiences. We are, oh, I mean, overqualified. We are the best. How many times you sit with someone telling you a story about something happened to them, and they were telling you they are mistaken. They were mistaken. Everyone is trying to tell you the story as they were the victims. It takes time for you to realize you are not being honest with yourself. You are not being aware of what you are telling yourself, because we tend to get rid of the responsibility and throw it into other people. Because if you say, I'm mistaken, it means you are, there is a homework you have to do. And most people, they don't want to take full responsibility, and they don't want to do any actions. So it's easier to throw the blame onto other people. It is their mistake. It's because of them. I have done everything. That's why once you are aware, plus you have a flexible mindset, you put yourself into other people' position, and then from there, you can see whether they are whether they are I mean, you feel them, you understand the motivation behind what they have done. Be an open mind. Being an open mind is very difficult thing, and one way to be an open mind, through a pain. Most people, they don't learn until they are in a hard position. That's why in my ebook that I have published a while ago, The Beauty of Pain. Pain is a message that is telling you there is something wrong you are doing. You have to pay attention to that one. In order for you to understand, I mean, pain is going to continue until you are open to listen. How many times you do one mistake, second mistake, and you are wondering why I keep receiving the same mistakes? The same experiences, because you are doing the same mistake. Until you are at a position where you cannot take it anymore, enough is enough. That moment you are going to be an open mind by evaluating what you are doing, and then uh, adjust accordingly. That's why pain is a good message. Once you understand what is behind your pain, you are going to succeed. It's like if you have a pain in your stomach and you just take a medicine just to calm the pain is going to stay there until you go to the hospital and check what is the cause of that pain, and then you treat it the right way. By being an open mind, being open to reevaluate and testing our beliefs and priority from time to time enable us to evolve into a better version of ourselves. That's why the most difficult thing in life is to reach to a stage where you have to be open minded. You have to accept people are different. We are not in the same page. If we are the code that says we are not in the same page, if we are in the same page, no one is reading the whole book. You have to accept common sense is not that common. You have to accept people, they have different belief system, they have different mindset, they have different culture, they have different. If you are not open and you are just judging based on your belief and ignoring all people knowledge and belief system and culture, you are not going to be able to read people perfectly, because you are going to read them through your small window that you are having, and you are judging them based on your experiences. But the moment you start to understand them, you will realize and learn a lot. If we are all on the same page, no one is reading the whole book. And part of the journey I had been through a while ago, I was listening to people from all cultures, from all religions, from all belief systems. And I realized most of them, they want to say the same thing. But the way they express it in a different way. If you are able to see what is what bring you to other people, I mean the common belief system between you and other people, now you are having an open mindset because you will focus on what to bring you to other people, not what make you away from them or put you away from them. Giving yourself the chance to feel, to learn, and to stretch a little bit more is going to help you understand people as they are and be also emotionally intelligent. It's a journey. It is not something that you have learned one day and then you are very, you are done. Okay. Let me ask you. Now we talk about raising our awareness and being an open mind and the four competencies about emotional intelligence, self-awareness, self-management, social awareness, social management. How people tend to reveal themselves. Now I sit in the mall and I see people in the mall walking, doing whatever. How people reveal themselves. If you are in an interview, if you are in a meeting, if you are in a date, if you are in a coffee shop, and you want to know people around you, how people reveal themselves. Let me hear from you. You can open your mic, you can write in the chatting room. Anyone? Jennifer said through actions, energy, and what comes out of their mouth. Okay, words and actions by how they react. Nah, she want to say something.
Yes. How I think what I was going to say is what most people have said. Even how they walk can reveal themselves, or how they are dressed to come to the mall can also reveal who they are a
You
little bit.
you reminded me like I told someone I can sit in the mall. I can tell you which one is I mean, if you watch couples walking in the mall, you can tell which couple they are happy, which couple the guy or the man in the relationship has I mean, the leader aspect of the relationship or not. It's easy to watch if a woman is happy in the relationship or not, if he is happy, if he is in charge, if she is in charge. People reveal themselves through different ways. How they treat you, this is one thing, is simply a direct reflection of how they feel about themselves. This is one reason. How they treat you. Because people tend to project what they feel inside into you. If someone is hard, is mean, is angry, let me tell you a story. One lady, and now she is a well-known person in LinkedIn. She came to me and she said and this is a true story, and this is I wanted to understand people actions. This lady, she said, she has no idea why her manager is always against her. He treat all women, all people at work in a good way except her. What do you think the reason? She said, I am doing my job the right way. I'm doing everything perfectly. Still, he is never satisfied. What do you think the reason of the situation? Because what? She said, what's wrong with me? What is the issue with me? Why I don't, I mean, deserve to be treated nicely? Let me hear from you. Najwa, Brahim, Laurent, Marwa, Favor. What do you think the reason? He is treating her in a bad way.
It would seem as it would to me, it would seem as if she's projecting some form of insecurity, because the first person she looks at is herself, as opposed to looking at the individual and saying, wait a minute, I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do accurately, professionally. It's not me, it's you. So
See,
some people don't. Yeah, I'm sorry. Go
yeah,
ahead.
God had Brenda, you are saying it's not me, it's him, right?
Mm-hmm.
See the comments. Comments, let me read the comments. Margaret
Oh,
said when I talk to people, their energy, their body moments, okay. Shafi said maybe she is not a good listener. Jennifer said maybe it's energy that she is bringing. No, the blame on her. See, we are blaming her. Maybe she's not a good listener. Maybe she is bringing not good energy. There is something good in her that manager is lacking. See, this is good. Now we take it from the other side. Favor is saying maybe he is jealous of her, of her. And Lauren said the way he will care and share. Okay. So it's up to you. You can see it. There is something wrong with her, or there is something wrong with him. But the idea is you should assume there is, I mean, the person that he is treating you this way, there is something wrong with them because you are expecting to be respected the way you do. If someone is never satisfied, is never treating you good, is never happy with whatever you are doing, and you are sacrificing your time and energy, and you are sad all the time, you should stop putting yourself in that position. You say, you know what? It's not my fault. Maybe it is their fault. This is the main issue most people they are facing. And I told her after long discussion with her, I told her something. Do you know what I said? I said, this guy, I'm a guy. And all men, they know each other. I told her after a few examples of her sharing, I told her this guy has, I'm sorry, a sexual interest on her. But he is using different technique to influence her, to get her to that position. She said, I don't think so. I said, no, I think so. But what we learn from the situation, it's not your fault. How they treat you is simply a direct reflection of how they feel about themselves. Why you should take it personally? First, it's not your fault. Second, this is a warning sign that you have to get rid of this person because he is bringing you bad issues. Third, based on my experience, he has a sexual interest in you and he is trying to use different pressure mechanisms to get you to what he wants. So we ended the session. 2 months later, she came back and I have the message. She said, do you know what happened? He is in jail for sexual harassment. Not with her, with someone else. And right away I told her, what I have told you, it's not your fault. We tend to, we tend to measure our value based on the treatment that we get from other people. That's why, what's wrong with me? What is the issue with me? What should I do? Most people in relationship, they go above and beyond to prove yourself to someone you love, to a job, to hiring manager to hire you. People, they will not evaluate you the right way if you are putting yourself in that level. So how people reveal themselves? They will reveal themselves of how they treat you. Will reflect their intentions and also what they feel inside as well. How they present themselves. If someone is taking care of themselves, dressed nice, taking care of themselves in a good way, being, they take care of themselves physically, mentally, emotionally. They love themselves. This is good indication about the person as well. How they communicate with you and other people. Watch people. Sometimes I love you, that's why I will be extra nice with you. But when you see someone dealing with other people in front of you, they humiliate someone just for you, it means they are just trying to get your approval or try to get your, I mean, to get you into a relationship with them, whatever, by acting extra nice or doing whatever they do. So, how they treat you, how they communicate with you and with people, how they present themselves, what they are looking out of life. So, the easiest way to get to know someone, ask them, what is your life goal? What do you want to accomplish? What do you want to achieve? If they are looking for, I don't know, I don't know, I'm lost. I just want a job that pay my bills. Versus someone who say, I want to leave my mark in this world. I want to make this world a better place. I want to start my own business. I want to, create a family so that I can build something together. I want this. I want this. It's different. It's different than someone is telling you, I don't know, I'm lost. Especially if he is a guy, and women tend to be with a guy that he knows what he wants because he's going to provide security in terms of being the leader in the relationship, versus someone who is lost. Women, somehow, she has the right to do that because woman is built differently than she is capable of doing that, but she has different, let's say, um, what we call it. They are different in terms of the best contribution of the relationship or of the world. So, and also values. People who have no values have no values. Ask anyone in a relationship or something, what do you value more in the relationship? What is your value system? What is the best trait? What is the deal breaker in a relationship, in a job, or whatever? All these are very important for you to know because they might tell you what you want to hear, especially if you are looking for a relationship. They might tell you a lot. They might tell you this, that, whatever. Okay, take them, put them here, and just watch. Give it a time. Give it, space, and let things reveal themselves for you easily by just watching. You don't need to do a lot to know people. By how they treat you, by their value system, how they present themselves, how they communicate with you, with other people, and what they are looking out of life as well. So now I'm gonna go to the core concept of our today's webinar. There is a saying, and I think Najwa mentioned earlier. She said, even the way they look at you is going to tell you a lot about them, like the picture we had in the webinar. May the way they look at me or the way you speak with me reflect who you really are. Again, without being in control of yourself, of your emotions, and you are isolating your judgment or your feelings, you are not going to be able to read people easily. That's why you should know their value system and their value and belief system. This is very important. Taking your time, learn more about body language, trust and watch their values if they are committed to. I'm gonna go through them quickly and then we can go in details. Know their value system. If you are in a relationship, if you are at work, you are doing an interview or doing a lot of things, just ask what you are looking for. Most people, they are intimidated in a situation where they don't put their needs in the table. They just, like, if they are in a relationship, if they meet someone they are attracted to, they dismiss all their needs in the side because they are driven by the attraction. If they are in a job interview, they are ignoring their rights just because they want to get a job. And this is going to put you in a bad position. From now, you should know this person is going to give you what you want, or you should move on. You have to learn to walk away before you have to run. You should walk away now before you have to, to run. So, by asking what their value system, what they value more in a relationship, how their relationship between mom and dad, what are just ask their question and see, are they having a value system that they follow? Because if they don't have value system, they will not do anything for you because they will not. If they don't have a value system, they will not commit to you. The most valuable thing in anyone's life is their value. If they break their value, their promises, their whatever, they will not commit to you at all. That's why you have to take it as a negative sign and move on. Also, take your time. If they say something, you should not doubt it. You should give it the trust, but you have to keep your eyes open. Learn about body language. There is a lot about, and I had a webinar fully about just body language, how they sit, if they are open to you, if they are close to you. It's not just about evaluating the person. It's also about opening the person. You are in a relationship and you are with your wife or you are with your husband, and you want to understand what they are thinking. If they are if they are not talking, how you should open them up. Men, they are very clueless in this department. They sit and they don't know. As long as she is quiet, it means everything is perfect. But in reality, if she is quiet, it means you have to learn. If you have to listen to her perfectly, because woman, if she is happy, she will never be quiet. And also, watch how they behave, and also emotional health. Nora, she is laughing because she agrees with me, right? Okay, good. I had a webinar long time back about how men and women communicate, and women, they solve their own issues by talking. Men, they try to escape in the man cave. And it's funny, if we spend some time to understand the differences between men and women, life is going to be easy and beautiful, but we are very arrogant or busy doing a lot of things that are not important. So, focus on their emotions stability. I'm gonna go to the case scenario right now, and then we can. The science of reading people. How? I think who mentioned Najwa? You mentioned it, or someone else? Verbal and non-verbal communication. Verbal communications, what is going to tell you about the person? How they speak, the tone of their voice, and this is verbal. And non-verbal communication. Give me examples of non-verbal communication.
Their body language.
Give me an example.
Crossing their hands, maybe, or
Crossing their hands like this, for example.
yeah.
What does it mean?
They're forming a barrier, like
They are putting their hands
yes,
as a barrier. So, and even like Brenda said, rolling their eyes. What does it mean, rolling their eyes?
Not interested. Yeah, sarcastic.
Okay, what else? Give me a nonverbal communication. Crossing hands, rolling their eyes, also sitting and not facing you. And women, they tend to do this. They put it in that side because she doesn't want to see you. She doesn't want to feel your energy. And Jennifer said, what? Here. I did not realize they put that. Okay, rolling eyes. Rolling their eyes. See, women, they know. They are experts in this one. They slacked or not facing you. This, yes, I just mentioned it. Posture, ignoring you. Also, even the sign of confidence. If you are in a relationship and you are evaluating someone, how they walk, if they walk while their, I mean, chest is a little bit high than compared to someone who is putting it down is different as well. So second one, this is body language, little incidents, things as you mentioned. Third, tone of voice and emotional swings, let's say. So practical technique to enhance perception. Active listening. Are we listening to understand or to reply? Most people, they listen, they don't know what you are saying. They just wait for you to finish and then they will give you what they think. They don't know what you have said. And this is very, 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 very important. Active listening, it requires a lot of patience because you should stop yourself the moment you are about to say something because they are not finished. And maybe the information that they just said right now is going to change how you perceive the situation. Now you want to say something?
No, you've moved on. I was going to say something about the nonverbal, but you've moved on. So
Yeah, I
that's
mean, say, what do you want to say? Go ahead.
I put it in the chat. It's either smile or frown.
Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
smiling is different indication as well. How to detect emotional shifts in the conversation? You can see they start by talking a lot and then suddenly they stop talking, or uh, they were looking at you and then they started to shy away from you. These are I'm gonna give you quick examples here right now. Understanding emotional mirroring as well. So let's take a scenario. I have two scenarios, one at workplace and one scenario at relationships. Scenario, handling a difficult conversation with a colleague. Okay. Imagine you are working on a team project and a colleague, Alex, keep missing deadlines. Instead of reacting with angry or frustration, you use emotional intelligence to navigate the situation effectively. Now, let's apply it the way we discussed it earlier. What are you going to do? Most of us, they will shout at this person, you are late, this way we are not going to achieve. And how are you going to achieve the situation? How are you going to talk to this person so that you can solve it easily?
I usually suggest that we divide the work so each has a portion. And so this person will
You are
be
good. You moved immediately to the solution, but how you approach it, is he open to collaborate with you?
Yeah, yes. If I suggest that, I just suggest calmly and said, can we divide the work based on whatever topics or what? And then he or she will be obligated to perform.
Exactly, but there is something is missing here. You said, you assumed he is. Yes, go ahead, Marwa.
Mhm.
Marwa, you want to say something?
Okay, perfect. Yeah, please. Actually, I had learned a nice trick. It's not a trick, but it's part of humanity. I do this all the time with people. I will say what I do, and then I will tell you how I learned that. I actually ask them nicely, maybe for a cup of coffee or something, and then I chat, are you okay? Is everything all right? Why are you missing this task? Or why are you late? Is everything okay? And from here, things would be much better. How I learned this? I learned this like 20 years ago. Actually, I was in a course. I'm not an early bird. I used to go to the course a little bit late. And this British guy, he is our mentor. He said, Marwa, are you okay? And then why don't we grab a cup of coffee in the break? And it was very embarrassing when he started asking me, are you okay? Why are you always late in the morning? Is everything good? And from that moment, I decided, of course, to be on time. And also, I really do this with like most people. I think it's part of humanity.
This is very perfect example because there is a saying, Marwa, that says, people, they don't care until you care. The moment you sit with them and you tell them, I don't care about the job. I care about you. I want to know exactly what's wrong with you. Because before all, you are a friend, you are a colleague, you are human. I care about your emotions, about your feelings. And there is a video I saw a long time back, the difference between someone who has not achieved his target and his manager was telling him, I'm concerned if you are not getting your numbers, I guarantee your job. Versus you go there and say, you haven't achieved your numbers. How can I help you? What's wrong? Let's sit and solve it together. I'm concerned about you. Are you okay? This one, he feels you care about them. That way you care about the job. And this is most people in leadership, they don't have this skill. They care about the job. And what Marwa was explaining is the accurate part. This is what was missing earlier when I said there is something missing. You have to sit, you should not assume, because once you say, let's divide the job, you are assuming the issue, maybe it's heavy for him or for her. Maybe there is something else in the situation is stopping this person from doing that. Maybe you're going to teach him every time he will throw some things on you and he is going to escape from his responsibility. Let me fix it from its root. Let me know exactly. Because if you assume maybe he is busy, maybe, now you are judging without knowing exactly the situation. That's why applying emotional intelligence, here is 5, but we have 4. Self-awareness. Let's start with self-awareness, what we said. You recognize your initial, because now you are angry. No, the anger is coming from you, not from that person. Maybe that person is not aware of the critical situation that for this job to be done at a certain day. You don't know. Now you are angry. Is he aware of this or not? And take a moment to calm down before addressing the issue. Before you attack, let me calm down. Let me see the situation. Exactly as Marwa explained. Self-regulation. You are regulating yourself so that you approach the situation in a bad way. Instead of confronting Alex, you choose a calm and constructive approach. Look, if you notice, before you go and suggest, you have to start with yourself. Because if you are relaxed, things will be relaxed. If you are not, you are going to make it difficult for you. So, empathy, now, this is exactly what Marwa mentioned. You ask Alice if something is going on that might be affecting their work. You listen actively and notice they seem stressed. Exactly as Marwa mentioned. Social skills, now you open. Because once you open them, you have to open people emotionally. Do you remember when I mentioned earlier? Most people decide based in emotions. People, they buy emotions, they don't buy product. So now you work together to find a solution, perhaps offering support, adjusting the workload. Now we go to Yuna by talking about what the right approach. Now motivation, you encourage Alex by focusing on the team's shared goals, reinforcing collaboration rather than conflict. Outcomes, by using emotional intelligence, you prevent unnecessary tension, strengthening team relationship, and create an environment where issue can be resolved smoothly. Are we okay? Good. Any comment here before I go to the second one? Yes, Marwa.
No, I was just saying, okay, yeah, perfect.
Okay. So let's go to the second one. Now, do you have any comment? Najwa,
No, thank you.
do you agree with Marwa approach? Now we call this one Marwa approach.
Yes, I do. And like you said, this is 20 years ago, and in school, very uh, everybody working and going to school, and sometimes, in a group, a teamwork, there's always one person who will slack. And that was my experience, that I'm always in the group where one will try to slack. And if you don't take care, then it drags the whole group down because people think Alex is coming late. Nobody is saying anything. We sit there 20 minutes wasting time waiting for Alex all the time. So that time, I wasn't as matured, and to cut through the chase, I would just calmly say, okay, why don't we divide the work so each one of us will focus on a small portion,
Good,
and it usually worked. Yeah.
good. So I think Marwa, you had that teacher at school, right?
No, it's embarrassing. That was after graduation.
Okay, so that teacher put a mark on her heart. Till today, she remembered this one because he cared about her emotions. And this is
Exactly.
the beauty of the emotions once we care about people. And I can share many stories that happened to me because I'm managing people right now in my other job. And I have good relationship with everyone in the company. And that people, some managers, they think you are a manager, you should not talk to people who are not managers because you are downgrading yourself. But for me, I'm good with everyone. And people in other departments, they protect me from any conflict happened in other department as well. This is the beauty of being, uh, I mean, being good with everyone regardless of their own position because people, they care about people who care about them. So let's go to the second one. Applying EQ in real life, personal scenario. This is for love relationship. A misunderstanding in a relationship. You and your partner had plans for a dinner date, but they cancel last minute, saying they are too tired. You were really looking forward to it, and at first you feel hurt and unimportant. What should you do? Let's start with any guys here because guys, they are used to it. Most than women. Any guys here? Nora, let's start with Nora. What do you think? What will you do?
Nora, you said men, no?
No, but I have found only one, so maybe he's busy now. So go ahead.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna reread this, inshallah. Let me see. I'm sorry. I'm gonna read it. One moment.
Go ahead.
So the question is, what would I do in this regard? Is that correct? Or what would I?
Yeah. How you will apply emotional intelligence by reading people the right way and help you resolve the issue without without complicating the situation.
Well, first just try to find understanding and see what could have happened. Asking questions. I guess just to see, rather than assuming, I would first just find a way to communicate and just say, hey, is there something that, is going on? Or I'm not really sure if I'm answering your question.
So
I would
let me
I
help.
wouldn't have any assumptions. I would
Let me help you out doing it.
mhm.
First of all, by applying, as I said, self-awareness. Being self-awareness means let me be aware of my emotions.
Mhm.
In order for me to approach the situation, I have to start with self-awareness. Now, what do I feel now? I am hurt. Why? Because I feel I'm not important. I feel the person is not interested in me. I feel. This is what we do. Self-awareness. You recognize your emotions, disappointment, you are disappointed, and maybe even let angry, but instead of reacting immediately, you pause and reflect. This is your initial feelings. If you are not aware of this, you are going to react in a bad way by insulting them, saying bad words to them, and because they disappointed you. Instead, you took a moment and to increase your self-awareness about the situation. You pause and you say, you know what, I'm disappointed. I'm this. Now, you consider their perspective. Maybe they are really tired. Maybe they have stressful day at work. Maybe they are going through hard time. Maybe. Is it about me? Maybe not. But why I should assume it's about me? I should assume they are really tired. I have to give them some time to relax. They have the right to relax. I don't want someone to go with me out just because I want that. Or I don't want someone to spend some time with me because I need them. I want them to spend some time with me because they want to. It is different. So this is now you are talking to yourself. Now you are in the social awareness, self-awareness phase. You send a caring message. I totally understand. Let's reschedule when you have more energy. Hope you can rest tonight. Now, you send this message after controlling yourself and understanding their perspective. Social skills, because you approach a situation with understanding instead of blame, your partner feels safe and appreciated, making them more likely to communicate openly in the future. But assume you got angry. In the future, they will say, no, he got angry or she got angry just because of this small incident. What about if in the future, once we have kids, when we have this, when we have that, it's going to be I'm not going to be safe in this relationship anymore. Now I'm going to raise my wall and stay away from this person because current event tend to form a future trend. What's going to happen today is going to happen tomorrow. Why I should wait for it tomorrow to happen? Now I have to leave. Bye. But once you are open, you are giving them the freedom to go and come as they please. If they come, it means they really value you, they want you, they care about you, and they were sick. If they don't, it means they are not feeling the same. It's good to know right now. I wish you the best and bye and move on. I'm talking about all situations, not just a partnership. Maybe in the beginning of the relationship, maybe in the middle, maybe when the situation is difficult. So the motivation, later when they are feeling better, they thank you for being so supportive and you both plan a new date. Strengthening your connection instead of damaging it with unnecessary conflict and drama. And outcomes, by managing our emotions, showing understanding and choosing a thoughtful response, and you avoid unnecessary drama and build a deeper, more secure relationship. Yes, Marwa, go ahead.
Oh, thank you. Okay, concerning that situation, as you said, whether with a partner or a friend, um, especially if it is, like a new relationship. I would, as you said, give some time. Of course, we all have excuses. Sometimes things happen. But if this is repeated many times without a compensation, then it's like a red flag. I think there is a book, I'm not sure if everybody heard about it here or not. It's called Let Them. So let them show you if they really care or not. If this is happening all the time, I think it shows some indication that this person also is not really caring, but it could happen. Yes, it could happen to all of us many times. Yes, many times. But again, it could be, as we said, we just take care if this is happening all the time or not.
Exactly. That's why what I said, actions speak louder than words. And sometimes in a relationship, you are excited about the person and you are doing everything. And the moment you stop, you see the relationship is about to die forever. And then you realize you were the only person who was doing everything, and then you will feel bad. Uh, I mean, you will feel disappointed. That's why I had several webinars about relationships because this is my focus, how to form a healthy, intimate relationships. And I teach people, men and women, how they approach the situation, how they read men, how they read women, how men tend to play, and also women as well. That's why you have to match and mirror people actions. You should not, once you learn to accept instead of expect, you will have fewer disappointments. Many times we are going with the in the relationships projecting our high interest, and we think the person they feel the same way, and we go and fight, and we end up disappointed because we are not seeing. Love blind everything, attraction blind everything. That's why you have to watch before you invest your time, your emotions, your energy. You have to know the person deserve that or not. That's why, I mean, taking your time, knowing what to look for, reading between the lines, is going to help you before you invest anything. You are not wasting your time and energy. And I can show you, I share many stories because many people, because they are afraid of being alone, they want to get married, they want to be in a relationship because social status. If you are in a relationship, it means you are a successful person. And they ignore the red flags until they are in pain. And then they will question themselves, what should I do after I invested a lot of time and energy and now I'm disappointed again. Here, Brent said, thank you very much, Bird. Thank you. That's why you have to learn to walk away before you have to run. So the last slide, and I have many stories, but because of the time, I cannot share them right now. Maybe in the coming webinar. I had a full webinar about how to know whether this person he is emotionally available or not. He's oriented, family oriented or not. That's why first, this is a quick one. Sign of emotionally healthy and available. They take things slow. They have boundaries. They are consistent. Their moods most of the time are stable. They don't take things personally, and they don't live in the past. They live in the moment. They have balanced outlook, and they are not too optimistic or too negative, because this is also an issue. If you meet someone who's always optimistic or someone who's always negative, both of them, they are not healthy, because there is nothing there is nothing in life called perfect. Perfect has, today is perfect, tomorrow has an issue, the next day is perfect. This is life. So if you have any question, if you have anything, you can ask me. By the way, this webinar is going to be uploaded in my Patreon page. You can visit my website and read my ebook, The Beauty of Pain, From Pain to Peace, what I have learned along the way. You can access my ebook from patreon.com and get the recording and get access to the ebook. And also, if you want a one-to-one session, just message me through my email, info@musacoaching.com. And you can enjoy our website group, our WhatsApp group, our WhatsApp community that we meet every week to talk about different topics. And if you want to join me as a speaker as well, if you think you have some knowledge you want to share with us, you are always welcome. Just message me and we can arrange accordingly. If you have any question, I'm here to answer.
Musa, yeah, this is Na. I just want to make a comment that sometimes when most of the time a guy cancels a date or say I am tired, it's not really because they don't want to spend time with the lady. Sometimes because of what they've been through during the day, they don't feel like probably going out. But if you like what you just explained, have that self-awareness and confidence and try to understand, some of them will say, you know what? I didn't want to go and face these waiters or waitresses. Do you mind if we order something in and chat? And you would have resolved, or you'd have still been together and spend more time, quality time. That's what.
I have long comment here, but because of the time, I agree with you, but it comes from your value system, because I do believe loving someone also means you want the best for them, even if they end up with someone else. And this is hard for many people to apply. Loving is not about controlling or about controlling someone or trying to manipulate them. I love you, I want the best for you, whether you are with me or you are not with me. I wish you the best. And many people, they cannot do this because they are not having the self-love. They are not independent emotionally. They are not relying on other people into managing all of that. That's why. Let me just write here just a second. Sorry. Marwa just send me to my email. I'm gonna send you the link. I don't have it here. Send me to Musa Coaching, and I'm gonna share with you the link for the group. So the idea is, most people, they don't have this ability because they are not strong from the inside, and they are approaching the relationship just to feel happy. They want the other person to make them happy. They want this, they want that. That's why it is difficult for them to reach to this stage where the moment someone, they say, no, okay, wish you the best. I love you. I care for you. I want the best for you. You want to go with someone else? I will open the door for you. Bye. Wish you the best, because I'm mastering my own environment, my own company, and I'm gonna enjoy. Anyway, thank you for your time. Wish you the best. See you next week, and take care, and bye bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.